maybe ask some questions, ambus questions. We'll start from here. This is not according to age or looks, si Undersecretary. This is based on geography also, distance. Undersecretary Butch Valdes.
Since it's closing remarks, I want to challenge at least everybody here not to look into a particular method and principle that was followed by many countries over the past 600 years now, or 450 years now, that became the template for conflicts of such nature, right? Until recently, because the Western world had taken a different tack in terms of principle, this particular principle that came out of a peace agreement was the template. The template, in principle, that was being followed by many countries. It's called the Peace of Westphalia, the Treaty of Westphalia. Westphalia is in Germany. In 1642, somewhere there were 5 countries that were at war with each other. And these countries were Spain, France, Germany, the Netherlands, and Sweden. Okay. And they were fighting each other for the past 30 years. It was part of the 30 Years' War. And when France, being the ascendant country at the time, was headed by a guy named Cardinal Mazarin. And he got all of them. He says, do you still want to fight, continue fighting and killing each other? Or do you want peace? Being the ascendant country, which means he was the most powerful country at that time, France, he proposed a meeting with them for development of peace. And he said, let us make our peace based on a principle. The principle of the advantage of the other. Which meant that every country will come up with a proposal, not to his advantage, but to the advantage of the other. So everybody was coming out with their proposal, not to their own, but to the advantage of the other. That became the template of the Treaty of Westphalia, which ended the 30 Years' War, which was part of a 100 Years' War. Subsequent to that was an economic program which Mazarin developed together with one of his people. And that whole area became the nucleus of the development of Europe. It was the most prosperous area for so many hundred years, became the nucleus of scientific and cultural development. I just wanted to, now until recently, until maybe about less than 20 years ago, this Treaty of Westphalia, the principles of the Treaty of Westphalia, was being used in many conflict areas, discussed in many international, even in the United Nations. But Tony Blair, Bush, and the rest of these other people in Europe said, we will throw those principles out the window because they no longer apply. What applies now is might is right. I just wanted to leave that to you. Treaty of Westphalia, or Peace of Westphalia.
Thank you.